Chapter 48. I didn't come out of my room the rest of the day. I ended up falling asleep, curled up in a ball of regret. When I woke up the next morning, my eyes landed on the column Lupe had thrown at me. Once upon a time, I considered them my finest writing. Now, they sat like wrinkled leaves, reminding me of how low I'd let myself go to get something published, to feel successful, and how much I'd hurt my best friend. I wanted to burn them all. Dad knocked on my door. Mia, you up? Yeah. Do you still want me to take you to the county clerk's office after school? No, I murmured. I had done quite enough damage with my words. Outside, I heard Dad and Mom talking about the offer. I got up to open my door a crack, listening. I heard to Mr. Chen, Dad said. Mr. Chen? Mom asked. Why? You know about how Hank's talking about going back to China. It got me thinking, maybe after the sale I could get my old job back. You wouldn't believe how much the salary's gone up. I bet if we invested in China's booming real estate market. My mom cut him off. Wait, what? You want to go back? Mom practically shouted. But what about me? No, listen, Dad said. You and Mia wouldn't have to leave. I'll send you guys money every month. You could finally live in a house with a white picket fence, like you always wanted. I don't want a white picket fence, Mom blurted out. I want my husband. It kills me not to be able to help you, but if I went back to China and invested smartly, maybe it would help to take some of the pressure off. No, I shouted, storming out of my room and running up to Dad, falling and clinging to his feet. Mom and Dad looked down at me in surprise. Mia, I didn't know you were listening, Dad said. First Lupe, then Hank, now Dad? No way. I'm just thinking about the future, Dad said in a softer voice. We have to be smart. What's going to happen when you get into a fancy college? I won't, I promised. I won't get into a fancy college. I'll only apply to bad ones. He pulled me up and I cried into his shirt as he stroked my hair, trying to get me to stop, saying his shirt was dirty from cleaning rooms. But I didn't care. I was not losing my dad. Chapter 49. The next day, I went up to Jose, who was fixing the cables. How's Lupe? I asked him. He dug around in his messenger bag. Actually, she told me to give you this, he said, pulling out an envelope. I hopped down from the stool and took the letter into my room. Closing the door, I sat down on my bed and opened it. Dear Mia, if you're going to write about me, you should get your facts right. Here's what the last few weeks have really been like for me. Lupe. Enclosed was a column. High School by Lupe Garcia. My high school classmates look at me and see a middle schooler, a girl they think is too smart for their own good. Probably a total know-it-all. Who does she think she is? They whisper behind my back. They think I can't hear them, but I do. I hear every snicker, joke, and name they call me. And yet, I soldier on, day after day, because here's what they don't see. They don't see my mom, whose hands are like sandpaper from washing dishes at a local taqueria on her nights off. She babysits for wealthy people so they can go on their weekly date night. They don't see my dad, who gets up at the crack of dawn to slip his business card into folks' mailboxes, in case he soon finds himself out of a job at the motel. Neither of my parents finished high school. My dad was 2 credits away from graduating when he had to help my sick abuelo with the farm. My mom only made it to 5th grade. When I go to college, I'll be the first person in my family to get a higher education. For a long time, that wasn't a when, it was a big if. I don't know if I'd be able to, I didn't know if I'd be allowed to stay in this country, so I didn't let myself dream that far. But now that we officially have papers, I'm grabbing the opportunity to go to college by the neck. Because education is the best vehicle for social mobility. It's the only way to jump tracks, from the bad roller coaster to the good one. In 15 years, I want people to look at me differently. I want them to see Dr. Lupe Garcia, Congresswoman Lupe Garcia, or Judge Lupe Garcia. Which is why I'll take the stairs and the eye rolls today. I'll take them from my bullies, and I'll even take them from my friends, though I don't want to take them from my friends. I hope my friends understand. It's not me choosing school over them. It's me choosing a bright future over a hard one. Tears dripped down my face as I read. How could I have gotten it so wrong? I grabbed a pen. Dear Lupe, I'm so sorry I hurt you with my words. It was very wrong of me. I'm also sorry for a million other things, which I hope you'll give me a chance to say in person. Meet me after school by the benches. My deepest apologies. Love, Mia. Chapter 50. Before Jose left, I handed him my note for Lupe, along with a thick stack of all my columns. Though some of them were completely embarrassing, I wanted her to know what had been going on with me these last few months. On Thursday, I sat by the benches after school, waiting for Lupe. As the minutes ticked by and everyone streamed out of the building, I started to lose hope. But then I looked up and saw Lupe holding a stack of envelopes, walking towards me. You came, I exclaimed. Lupe nodded. Thanks for sending me the letters, she said. I jumped up and hugged her. I'm so sorry for what I wrote in those columns, I said to Lupe. It was so wrong and selfish of me. I just got carried away. It's okay, Lupe said. I broke all the rules of journalism ethics, and what's worse, I broke all the rules of friendship. I put my head down. I think I'll stop writing for the paper for a while. No, Lupe shook her head. Don't do that. You're a great writer. You just gotta tell me how you feel and not just your fans. I nodded. Lupe leaned in and touched her forehead to mine. I'll be around more, I promise. I'm going to balance my studies with my friends from now on, she said. I realize now how important that is. My heart did a somersault. Thank you, I told to Lupe.